Okay guys, so today is a car buying day, which is always something that I really enjoy. So we've got a bit of cash and we're going to be picking up 2 cars with this today from my good buddy Elliot at EA Automotive. But before we do that, we've got a little treat because we're actually going to be going to Historic Helicopters in Chard, where Andrew, my godfather, is going to be doing a bit of a talk. So hopefully we'll be able to get him, get a mic on him and have a little chat, have a walk around and see some absolutely gorgeous helicopters. Always been a huge fan of helicopters, and they have some incredibly rare stuff there. So pulling in very shortly. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting video, a little bit different to what we normally do, but hopefully you guys will enjoy. So as I said, Historic Helicopters is based in Chard, just outside of Somerset, but it's actually on the same site as Chard Equestrian. So if you're into horses like Krista is, you'll probably get a bit more interested.
I love ponies.
You do love ponies.
Look at them.
What's the brown
That's
one?
a bay. That's a dark bay. I think that's a chestnut. Look at me. I know so many things. I actually do know horses.
There was actually a really nice L320 back there, which
pony,
a little bit of foreshadowing of what we're picking up today. So
There's some real ponies.
Yeah.
Little ones.
Right. Well, let's find a place to park and let's head on in. Oh, I need my microphone.
You need your mic.
So we headed upstairs for the talk, and I actually found it really interesting because a lot of these helicopters have been used in TV shows and movies.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm Andrew. In a minute, I'm going to introduce you to our team here at HH, but first of all, we'll just do a few boring bits. The whole idea today is for you to have a good look around, ask questions, talk to people, take as many pictures as you want, inside and out here. We've got some quite unique aircraft in that we've got the oldest flying helicopter, which is the Whirlwind. Still flies, still works. It's been undergoing a winter of corrosion. We have its magnesium alloy panels on it still, so the corrosion does get a bit heavy. We had a corrosion map since the day we've been flying. They are all looking very pretty, big long legs and big other things. And we just don't like helicopters, so we have to keep them apart, which is a bit of a pain. The other thing we do here is any money we make, and we don't make much money really, it costs me a fortune, but if we make any money through the helicopters themselves, the operation of the helicopters, they go into a charity. And the charity is designed to help people with PTSD. Good charity, good idea, and we've got a couple of lads here that come and help us and volunteer, and they are, excuse my expression, pretty fucked up. As are most of us that come here. We've everybody that's here, make sure you turn your phones off, folks. That's not me. I'm not sure why we've got 6 Sea Kings that actually work. I haven't quite got round that yet. But we do use the Sea Kings a lot for film work. This one was dressed up as Marine One. You might have all seen it on TV. That did, it started off with the beekeeper. I think the beekeeper paid to have it done. So we flew that around for the beekeeper. Then we did, Vigil might have been done for Vigil. No, Vigil was a Mark III painted with navy. What were they thinking? They even came here and we said they said we're going to put Royal Naval Rescue on it. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. But they insisted, and of course we never heard the end of it.
Well, the talks were over, so now it's time to have a look around some of these amazing machines. Guys, we're here at Historic Helicopters looking at some absolutely amazing machines. Behind me is the main man, that's Andrew, and he runs the show. So we're getting a whistle-stop tour. Come on, let's go. Right. Oh, wow.
Please.
Really? Seriously? No, you follow me up. Oh, wow. Look at this. Guys, we are currently now inside a Sea King helicopter. I've never, ever been in a Sea King before in my life. We were just talking a moment ago about the Wessex Whirlwind, which I have had the pleasure of being flown about in a little bit. But let's have a look at the business end.
If you want to get in, stand on there. Left foot,
Yep.
right foot onto the seat. Mind your head, at the handle.
All right, cool.
Mind your head. You stand
Left foot
on
on
the
there?
seat if you want to.
Okay.
You will bite you.
Oh, it's all right. I got it.
Don't stand on the middle column.
Of course. Oh. Yes.
Flight instruments on the left are the same as the flight instruments on the right.
Right.
In the centre, the 2 columns there, engines and hydraulics.
Okay.
So temperatures, pressures.
So this is a twin engine craft. Oh yeah, twin engine craft. And that's why it has to be flown with 2 people, absolute minimum.
No, we have 2 people because we're all the age now.
Oh, I see.
We have 2 people.
Gosh.
On the left of the instruments, the engine instruments, is
Yep.
the fuel control
Okay.
panel.
Yeah.
So fuel And to be able to move the fuel around from different tanks in the aircraft.
Yeah.
There are a number of different fuel tanks.
So the one thing that's striking me from this is obviously, as again, we were talking about it a minute ago at Boscastle, rescuing someone off a roof, off a small cottage roof, and the visit, I mean, there's not an awful lot of visibility.
You have crewmen.
Right.
They're big tall pole. They direct you into tight spaces.
Right, I see. And would they be sticking their heads out the windows?
Yeah,
Out the door?
out the back door on the winch control. Because
Right.
the other aircraft down there got the winches on.
This is absolutely insane. So as you say, you've got engine control, fuel control, or engine information, fuel information. Obviously, you've got your altitudes, speed, direction, yeah. And then this is your flying system, isn't it?
CDNU.
CDNU.
You don't use it.
You don't use it?
There's nothing in it, it's just a box.
Just the box. I'm with you. Guys, this is absolutely incredible. I'm going to grab you now just so you can have a bit more of a little look at some of this of what we've just been talking about. So as we say, we've got altitude, speed here, you've got your engine control systems here, you've got your fuel systems here, throttle, and that's to alter your pitch, and then obviously you've got your cyclic here, and this is for, of course, your tail rotors on the feet. This is absolutely incredible. We've kind of got a bit of a VIP, a little bit of a VIP section coming on here, so wow, amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's go and see what's next. The King. Right.
You know this one we came direct from Afghanistan via HMS Salt to us, and we took 6 buckets of sand and mud and shit out of it.
Really? So what was it doing over in Afghanistan, Andrew?
You were at war?
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose.
I bought the last 2 Sea Kings from the Belgian government, search and rescue Sea Kings. This is the one that we've got holding at the moment. We're not flying it at the moment.
Can I just take...
Not getting out of it.
So this one was from Afghanistan. You were just saying about this one.
Yeah, this served in Afghan. It was this last job, and this one they had 2 left in the Belgian Air Force flying, and I bought them both off the Belgians,
Wow.
and we flew them home.
Wow.
After
from
COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's quite an adventure, really.
That is absolutely incredible.
Only
So
one
what
year.
sort of, I don't want to say sound like a complete novice, but what sort of things would that have been used for over in
Search and
Belgium?
rescue. All
Search and rescue.
All
Search and rescue.
All search and rescue.
Absolutely amazing. Well, I feel quite...
Well, we've got to have a look in that in a minute when they fly.
Yeah, when they've... I feel like we've kind of got the VIP tour going on here. This is quite good.
No, not really. It's just that you were looking lonely.
We were looking lonely.
This engine here is
Radial
one
engine?
of these radial petrol-driven engines.
Radial engine.
Yeah.
That's what would be on the front of a propeller plane historically.
Yeah. They use Leonidas engines in a lot of things. But we've got the authority to repair and maintain them now. Wow. I'll show you in the engine bay.
And this is the one that you say is going to cost a pretty penny to potentially get back flying again, is that
Yeah,
right?
it is, yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, wow.
This is the engine bay for Leonidas.
My goodness me.
We have a man in here fixing them. And that's what he does, fixes Leonidas.
Wow. So
at the moment,
these are what
the,
go on to the...
Well, the supercharger's gone away at the moment for NDT, non-destructive testing.
Okay.
Looking for cracks.
Right.
Everything has to be crack tested. These have all been done.
Okay.
Looking for cracks in the casings.
Yeah.
It's all going back together slowly, but if you look at the engineering, I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful. Is this
Beautifully
like
made.
aluminium?
No.
No?
Block of steel.
Block of steel. And of course
Machine
they
gun
use...
of a block of steel.
They use superchargers because obviously when the air gets more dense,
Yeah.
whereas a turbocharger in that case wouldn't work because it's not going to have the same
Get a
effect.
bit more power.
Bit more power, absolutely. That is absolutely insane. Look
It's
at
lovely
that.
made. Everything's nicely made with them.
It's beautiful. Look at this. I mean, where would you even be able to see something like that? And it's here, it's tangible. You can see it, you can touch it, which is exactly what your phrase is, Andrew, is that this absolutely is not a museum. This is something that is keeping these crafts flying, and it's not static, it's very much in motion.
You're doing in the corner. Why are you in the corner? Says you might try and piss off, that's why I'm in the corner.
Good vantage
Don't
point.
put baby in the corner.
No. Wow, how cool.
Make our own electric here. The sun's making it at the moment, charging the batteries.
Oh wow, awesome.
rocket off Whirlwind.
Nice, very cool. Oh, this is all Whirlwind as well then, is it?
Yeah. These have been replaced over a period.
Absolutely amazing. And in your talk just a moment ago, you were talking about how originally the tail was a straight tail.
You can see now, can't you?
You can.
See the 3-degree bend on it.
100%. Well, I remember when we were taking that back panel off and doing something at your shed at the farm. I can't remember what we were doing.
We're always doing something, weren't we, messing about?
It was the business end.
That's an update. That's an updated. So it's a 60s engine instead of a 50s engine.
engine.
It's got
Modern.
a controller in it, and it's got more modern.
More modern, yeah, inverted commas. And it is effectively, it's a jet engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, jet engine.
Turbojet.
Turbojet engine, absolutely. Yeah, when this thing fires up, it is something to behold, and I can attest to that. I really. So what does Krista think?
They're a lot bigger than I expected.
They are.
So now we've finished one hangar and we are taking the shortcut through the horse stables to the second hangar where the really cool stuff is.
I don't want to be, just taking the piss though.
Well, you've had 20 odd years of it, so 30 years of it.
For fuck's sake.
These are all flying in here. This is a flying hangar. This will be become the flight shed.
Right.
All the flying ones will be over here.
Okay.
So as Andrew said, this is the flying hangar. All 3 of these Sea Kings are flying and ready to go. Now I'm not going to give too much away, but this yellow Mark III, I do have to tell you a little bit about.
So guys, I'm sat in a Mark III Sea King helicopter, and the reason why it's special is because Prince William actually flew this very craft. So we'll show you around the exterior in a moment, but I had to come and take a seat where the man was, so wow. You turn around, darling, we've got the hangar there. We've got the other hangar, which is the other side of the horse stables that we just walked through. But Guy, we've got a Sea King and a Wessex here.
Yes.
What is the story on these? Because I mean, that is super cool.
So the Wessex is what we call a Hulk for our flying Wessex. So
Parts then.
that exactly that.
Yeah, parts.
Similar to automotive, I
Yeah,
imagine.
of course. Absolutely. You need a parts car.
It's a Portland cab, evident because of the PO on the tail.
Okay.
So,
yeah. What does that mean?
So Portland Island, just off Weymouth.
Okay.
There was an airbase there.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Okay, well I'll get some B-roll of that in a minute. And what about the Sea King?
So the Sea King has an interesting past.
Go on.
I believe it's a 1969 aircraft.
Right.
So it's had quite a history.
Oh, the tape.
Yeah, so there's
the
tape
tape.
there. That's stuff we've put on to stop water getting in.
Yeah.
But
As you say, the avionics are in there.
yeah, that's it. So these plinths here are for, again, aircraft defence systems.
Okay.
So 771, who operated this aircraft, they did search and rescue around the UK.
Yeah.
Hence colour scheme, but they also did CSAR, which is combat search and rescue.
Right.
Hence why they need
Needed
aircraft
defence.
defence.
So you said there's an interesting story with this one.
Yeah, so in its early life, it had a double engine failure, I
Right.
believe, in the Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
And it actually had to land on the water, so utilising that boat hull that
Yeah.
we discussed. But there is evidence of it. It's very furry inside.
Right.
Where,
What, mouldy?
well,
When you say furry.
sort of. It's not corroded because obviously flew a long career
Sure,
after that.
sure.
But you can definitely tell that it's landed in water.
Wow.
Before.
So would this have been the original bodywork from when that happened, or?
Yeah.
you
So
think-
this
yeah?
is 1969 metal. This.
Really?
Yeah.
So this here, all of this that we're touching now, that has seen everything that we're talking
Yeah.
about.
So these would have been added. At a
Added
later
in, as you say,
stage,
for the air
but,
defence, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you know what the significance of the club is?
So the Ace of Clubs is, I'm not sure specifically, but 771 have a long association of it,
Right.
with it, sorry.
Yeah.
Again, Portland still has Sea Kings, civilian Sea Kings,
Right.
heliops, and they've sent aircraft out to Ukraine, but they still fly with the Ace of Clubs on the nose.
Really? That's cool. That's really cool. Nice.
Well, guys, I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to give it all away and I want you guys to go and visit this absolutely incredible place. Historic Helicopters in Somerset, just outside of Chard. But between now and when you do go and visit, I want you to go and check out their website, because they are doing some amazing things and working with some really, really great people. And I think that it is definitely worthy having a look. And if you can, do some donations as well, because it's really, really important. This is keeping absolute part of history alive. It is keeping something going in a case where actually this may just dissolve into the history books if it wasn't for people like Andrew and Guy and everyone else there at Historic Helicopters. So go and look at their website. Donate as much as you possibly can. Let's keep these amazing aircraft flying and keep the stories alive. So I'm going to put some links down in the bottom, guys, for Historic Helicopters website, also their Instagram page. I'll also pop in Guy's Instagram handle as well. He was the chap that was showing us around in the second part of the video, and he really, really knows his stuff. So give them a follow, go to the website, make some donations, and when you can, get down for a visit, because it is absolutely incredible. And I will also tell you that there is going to be a second part to this video coming out in the next couple of weeks as well, which is going to be a little bit more in motion. So I'll leave that there, but couldn't leave without going to the gift shop. And then it was time to hit the road and head over to EA Automotive to go and see these two rather premium cars that I've bought for really not a lot of money at all. But we will save that for a second video, which will be coming out immediately after this one, and we check out some absolutely amazing cars. And fortunately enough for us, it was also very local, so I'll put that video out very soon. See you then.